Hello, everyone. We are waiting for some more people to show up, and we'll start the public hearing when in a few minutes.
News with Lester Holt at 6:30. NBC for New York. Edward R.
You finished all of that? Yeah.
Hi, David. It seems like Dan has a different link. A bunch of people are coming in, but I'm gonna send the link to the town board. I'll make you a co-host.
Yeah, keep calm and buy squash.
Neil, I needed the password to get in this time for some reason.
Huh. Okay. Well, we have I think we've switched to passwords, but I'll check with Julie. It's supposed to be the same link for this meeting than the other ones, but I will check and make sure. We'll go through everything. But
What's that, Neil? You're saying check? I did have to put in a password, which was odd, but I did put it in.
hopefully that works. So while we're waiting for Dan, I will hopefully you can get in. I'd like to make a motion to open the public hearing for the local law hotels and motels.
Second, David.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so to keep the background noise down, if you can mute when you're not talking, people attending the meeting via Zoom can raise your hand function, and we'll call on you in order that you raise your hand. If you're calling them with a phone, I don't see anyone doing that, but you can press *9. And with that, I'd like to open the floor for anyone who has any public comments. Yes, Lauren S. Tried to unmute you.
There we go. Am I here?
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. I first want to say thank you guys very much for holding this and doing such a quick turnaround on this terrible issue here. It is very close to me, for very personal reasons as well. but also for the safety of our community. So I definitely do have my concerns with what is going on here. My biggest thing with the laws that are going into place here tonight, hopefully, I do have a few questions that I hope will be addressed. I wanted to know when it officially will go into effect, how long it takes to file it with the state. I want to know if the state is able to deny this law going into effect. And I also want to have a better understanding of how the town is able to supersede the state. So those are a few questions and concerns that I have in regards to this, because I definitely want to make sure that this is passed and is very effective, especially given the severity of these highest level offenders being placed in our communities, right next to, ironically, a strip club, the rail trail, which many of us definitely use, many women use by themselves. There's families out there, there's children out there. It's within a 2-mile radius of our college, our high school, our middle school. So it's definitely very concerning, especially with the amount of offenders that have now been placed. I just want to make sure that all of these are able to be addressed as well.
There's a 30-day clause in there that they have 30 days to comply. So we will register it with the state. That shouldn't take too long, but then there'll be about a 30-day period where they have to come into compliance. And so it's at least 30 days, add a few more days in there as well. We can't supersede the state, so we can, and the state can't stop us from passing this law unless they sue us. So the state could sue us. We hope that doesn't happen. Another town has the same law, which is why we were able to do it so quickly. We're hoping that that we don't get sued and that this can take effect in 30 days. So we can't supersede the state. We can't outlaw the people from living anywhere, but we're hoping that we can regulate the number.
Mhm.
And other towns have done it, and so that's what we're trying to do.
Okay. So by limiting the number, I guess my concern is that the Econo Lodge has a agreement right now with the state. These some of these offenders have been released years ago. Some of them were still they had to be placed in detainment centers after their release date because they could not find adequate housing. So I'm a little concerned that with the pandemic that New York State has taken full advantage of the Econo Lodge's loss of revenue, as they claim, to go ahead and house all of these offenders. So, with us limiting the amount that are going to be placed there, is the state going to then come back and have, I guess, an issue because they don't have any place else supposedly to place them?
Well, they can sue us, right? I would hope that the state would come up with a better way to do this. Right now, New Paltz, it just seems like we're the path of least resistance. And, what we're trying to do is provide a little resistance here and, force the state to come up with a better plan instead of just dumping everyone here in New Paltz. I don't think it's good for the town of New Paltz. I don't think it's good for the people that are just getting dumped in the Econo Lodge. I think that the state could do a better job, and unless we force them to do a better job, I don't think they will.
Good. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was hoping, that this would, maybe help light a fire a little bit under them.
That's we hope to.
Yeah. So, okay, great. Thank you.
So Dan is still having a hard time logging in. Anyone else have any questions? Concerns? We'll leave this open for a little while. Okay, Dan is on audio, so that's good. And so if no one has any comments now, we'll move on to the other town board issues. We don't have a lot. We have some consent agenda items, but I just want to make sure that if anyone has any input that they're heard and they have a chance. And so we're going to open the town board hearing. We'll leave the public hearing open for while we conduct the business of the town board, and then we'll close the public hearing, and then we'll vote on the local law. Is the board okay with that?
That sounds good to me.
Okay, so I'd like to make a motion to open the special meeting for the New Paltz Town Board of November 12th, 2020.
Second, Julie?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And with that, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I'd like to open up the public, I guess we'll do the approval of the agenda. I'd like to make a motion to add resolution adopting local law for the hotels and motels as item 2 on the town board agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as modified.
Second, David?
All in favor? Discussion?
Yeah, discussion. There was some question that we, through email that we discussed today, whether we were going to add something to the agenda regarding a executive session regarding a legal matter. Is that something we've decided to do or not?
We can do that if you want. We can do that at the end.
It's up to.
You'll be
I'd be in
appointed
favor of that,
whether we want,
whatever.
we're either going to put this on next
would-
week's meeting. or
We
on
have a
this week's
meeting next week, regular scheduled town board meeting. I was going to do it on that meeting.
Whatever people want, that's, fine.
I mean, do we have anything if we have something to discuss, I'm happy to do it.
It's up to you. Whether or not it could wait, it's up to you.
Why don't we put it on at the end so I can find out if there's something we have to discuss or not, because I don't know. So we'll have a executive session at the end. All in favor of the modified agenda?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so I'd like to now open the floor for public comment. If people have any other issues they would like to talk to the town board about, just raise your hand, or if you're calling in, you can do *9. And if not, I would make sure. But, with that, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda, items 1A through 1C.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and so, like I said, it was a very short town board meeting, but before I close the public hearing for the local law, I wanted to make sure that, does anyone else have any comments they would like to talk to the town board about? If not, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing for the hotels motels law.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The public hearing is now closed, and I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution to adopt local law entitled "A Local Law to Amend the Code of the Town of New Paltz to add a new chapter 92 hotels and motels."
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Okay, well, that's all we have for the public portion of tonight's meeting. We're going to, the law is, it passed, all in favor. And with that, I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session to discuss legal matter, and I'm going to have to put everyone in the waiting room. So don't take offense. And I think town board members can help me as well with that. So with that, and I'm going to stop the recording and the live streaming, and the live stream will not come back on after this when we come out and adjourn the meeting. I don't know how long we're going to be in executive session. So I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and so I'm going to put people in the waiting room.
How do you do that again, Neil?
I think you go to on the right side more, and
There it is. There it is.
Daniel, is that you?
That's me.
Okay, I'll put you. I'll put you on a. Yeah, I can see you now.
All right. I had to switch computers. I don't know what the issue was.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the streaming. Okay, I've now started the recording. It is 7:51, and everyone has left the meeting room. But I would like to make a motion to come out of executive session, and no action is being taken.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And with that, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:51 PM.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good night, guys.
Aye.
Thank you.